diligence, and ability, so that they were able to utilize the great reserves of knowledge and skills that they had gained but had pushed aside. It is impossible to mention all those who prepared the students for their clinical attachments and also helped them afterwards, but please indulge me, let me mention a few. In the basic sciences, Dr. Stella Nicolaou and Dr. Konstantinos Konstantinou and later Professor Peter Karagiannis led the groundwork for a lot of what succeeded afterwards. Dr. Alexia Papageorgiou brilliantly led the team for communication skills. Dr. George Samoutis and Dr. Urania Kolokotroni, as well as Dr. Theodoros Kyprianou and Dr. Alex Khrushchevsky, laid down logistics and conducted teaching better than an army of bureaucrats and teachers. Dr. Paolo Nikolaidis, Ms. Julia Hines, Dr. Konstantinos Konstantinou, and Dr. Avis Hajibabas supplied the robust foundations for teaching ethics, sociology, public health, and evidence-based medicine. Later, the Aridaion Hospital in Nicosia took the first students, and then the Apollonian Hospital, also in Nicosia, followed by a year hospital in Limassol, and more recently the Evangelistia Clinic in Nicosia. Dr. Joseph devoted most of his time to this obsession, so that his patients complained that it was easier to get an appointment with the President of the Republic than with him. Dr. Louis Lois will let aside his beloved medical journals and his obnoxious cat in order to make time for the school and the students. Dr. Evis Bagdadis and Dr. Panos Ikonomou applied their best organizational abilities and saved their worst jokes for the task. Dr. George Kaponidis and his excellent team in Limassol provided amazing clinical teaching. Professor Theodoros Kyriakitis sprinkled dry wit on juicy neurological concepts. And Dr. George Kanelopoulos, in his quiet style, promoted the idea of excellence in clinical practice. I could mention many more, but time is short and your patient is finite. Dear students, dear colleagues, you have now joined the second oldest profession, the one with the greater dignity, respect, and prestige, if not the greater financial rewards. It is your duty to practice it with knowledge and competence above all, with care and kindness always. I know that you will.
Can I ask the graduates to rise? It's become a tradition at St. George's at the end of a medical degree ceremony that the graduates make a pledge that is based on the Hippocratic Oath, which dates from the 9th century BC. And I would suggest that what we're about to say has just as much relevance in the 21st century as it did at the 9th century BC. So I invite the graduates to say with me the pledge. I pledge myself and promise I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those health professionals in whose steps I walk and gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will apply for the benefit of the sick all measures which are required, avoiding those twin traps of overtreatment and therapeutic nihilism. I will remember that there is an art to healthcare as well as science, and that warmth, sympathy, and understanding may outweigh the surgeon's knife or the chemist's drug. I will not be ashamed to say I know not, nor will I fail to call in my colleagues when the skills of another are needed for a patient's recovery. I will respect the privacy of my patients, for their problems are not disclosed to me that the world may know. Most especially must I tread with care in matters of life and death. I will remember that I do not treat a fever chart, a cancerous growth, but a sick human being whose illness may affect the person's family and economic stability. I will remember that I remain a member of society with special obligations to all my fellow human beings, those sound of mind and body, as well as the infirm. If I do not violate this pledge, may I enjoy life and art, respected while I live, and remembered with affection thereafter. Thank you, graduates.
We have now reached the end of the graduation ceremony. Please stand for the exit of the academic procession.
to be and with all these doctors here. Here, the new one.
If you would like to get your cameras out.
Oh my God. Oh no. I know. My hair's saving. 1 second. My hair. Countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.